Hello, good afternoon. Well, yeah, it's afternoon for me. It's 12, almost 12:30. Um, I Life's been a little bit crazy for us this last week. I'm sure it is for everybody else with spring weather and kids getting ready to be out of school and all that other exciting things. But I wanted to chat a little bit today about working with the team and how to outsource. I get asked about this all the time. Seriously, all the time. When people are ready to outsource or when they're ready to hire. So most entrepreneurs have great talents, right? And they think they can do it all, especially in the beginning. I think when you're limited on funds, um, you're trying to save every penny as possible to reinvest in your company, but you're either scared to do it or you don't have the money to do it. You're just not sure. I'm here to tell you though, outsourcing can do incredible things for your business, and it will save you money in the long run. And I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. But we've all had times where you have too much, you're overwhelmed, your plate is too full, you're wondering why you went into business in the first place. The reality is, though, that nobody can do everything and nobody should do everything. So honestly, technology these days has made outsourcing really easy, a lot easier than it used to be. And it used to be just for big businesses, but now all entrepreneurs outsource something, whether it's their financials, whether they hire a VA or somebody to help with social media. Like, it's really just part of our everyday life anymore. And it can really have a powerful impact on your growth and your productivity. So technology makes it so you can work anywhere in the world. There's availability and accessibility of qualified professionals like myself. I'm a qualified professional who decided to leave the corporate world. I made the jump about 3.5 years ago. Would not go back to the corporate world unless I really just don't want to ever have to do that. But it also makes it affordable because it saves you the burden of paying overhead, taxes, equipment fees, subscriptions, space constraints, if you actually have a physical office location, all of those things, insurance. You don't have to worry about paying a freelancer because they're responsible for all of those things on their own. So taking the first steps to outsource can be time consuming, right? Determining what position to fill, who's right for it, interviewing, and then if you're worried about the cost or the training involved to teach somebody else how to do it, that can be frustrating. But the right subcontractor or the right freelancer already has the systems in place to make that easy. So I'll get more to that in a minute. But the first step is deciding when to outsource. This is different for every single company. For me, the deciding factor is when I notice that I'm working in my business more than on my business. When I'm doing the day-to-day activities that suck up all my time. These could be posting to social media, managing your finances, sending your newsletters. All of those things can be outsourced. And I actually do outsource all of those things as well. I have a team in place that takes care of them, but oftentimes my daily postings and whatnot are all taken care of by my team. So there are a lot of things that you can outsource that you don't even probably realize. I'm actually going to talk about that more next week. But the next step is deciding who to outsource to. So a good freelancer or a virtual assistant already has their ducks in a row. They already have an onboarding process. They know what questions to ask you, what information they need to get started. If there's too much room for interpretation in any of that, the start, that's when you're going to get in trouble, or that's when you're not satisfied with the work that they're doing, or you just think it doesn't work. So your onboarding system is what's going to get everybody up to speed from the get-go. You can actually learn more about my personal onboarding system. I have a brand new opt-in that just went up today, which is all about the two systems that every entrepreneur must have. And one of them is an onboarding system where it talks about how we take on new clients, why it's important to have those, and how easy it makes it. So the next thing that you'll want to do is make sure that you have some sort of project management system that assigns tasks, deadlines, facilitates communication, anything that helps your team absolutely rock at their jobs and do amazing things for you. We personally use Asana. I've talked about it before, but there's lots of programs out there that you can use. That's just the one we personally like. The other thing I recommend is that you have regular meetings. we meet with most of our clients bi-weekly. We also communicate with them via Slack and email. So making sure that you have those systems and processes in place for your communication is super important as well. One other thing that a lot of people don't think about when outsourcing that I personally think is important and should be on your list to ask about is, what is that person doing to continue their own education? When your team knows the value of continued education and actively pursues it, it makes them better. Not only are they going to become industry experts faster, they'll also stay there, and they'll probably become experts in several fields. Things are constantly changing in our world, and so it's important that they're staying on top of it and make sure that they're up with the new trends. With my personal team, we've attended several trainings together. I subscribe to a couple memberships so that they can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in our field. We make sure that we are always following best practices with social media, administrative tasks, and most popular software platforms. And we do this because it helps our clients, but it also helps us. So when I took a poll with my team over all of the trainings we've attended, our experience, whatever, we have over 50 years combined experience as virtual assistants, executive assistants, in-house management, and virtual management. So we definitely have the experience to go along with it. And education is a huge, huge thing for us. So make sure whenever you do hire somebody, or you're thinking about that you make sure you add that question in, is what are they doing to currently further their own education and knowledge. So I hope that helped you a little bit more about what to look for when you're outsourcing your tasks and some of the questions that you can ask when you're interviewing. Don't forget to check out our new ebook, 2 Simple Systems Every Entrepreneur Needs. Talks a lot about the onboarding process that I went through as well. So I hope you all have a great week. See you.